Oh, look, it's parking us at a handicap. Thank you. I'm gonna take over. Whoa. All right, so we got the latest version of full self-driving 2026.20.6.11 with full self-driving 14.3.6. Hey Grok, let's navigate to Folsom Historic Museum and park on the street.
Navigating to Folsom History Museum at 823 Sutter Street in Folsom, about 2.4 miles away. For street parking, there's the Folsom Historic District nearby at 200 Wool Street, with spots open till 10 tonight. Route set to Folsom History Museum, 3.9 miles away, arriving around 1:43 p.m. Street parking's available in the Historic District right nearby.
Okay, goodbye. Okay, so this is our first destination. We're going to try to see how it does in the downtown area, historic district of Old Town Folsom. Let's see what it's going to do when it... So right now we're in hurry profile, and it's set to park on the street. So let's see how it goes. And I'll turn on my camera so you guys can see what's going on. It's about 85 degrees here. 85-degree weather. And we have the latest version of full self-driving. Go. You're in the middle of the road. I don't know how people stop, and it's like they stop already after the stop sign, and they still waiting for me to like go. They've already passed the stop sign. Just a friendly reminder, we are in a 2026 Model S. It has hardware 4 with a front bumper camera. And we are trying out for the first time full self-driving version 14.3.6. Okay, I'm not quite sure why it went to the left lane for no reason that it needs to be here, but it made that decision. So we should be getting another update soon, the summer update. So hopefully within the next few weeks we'll have some new features to test out. We should be at our destination about 2 minutes, so not too bad. It's reminding me how it's going to park. It's going to park on the street. So we'll see how it does. If it's going to parallel park or if it's going to find a parking spot. Whoa. Some of the roads here is pretty rough. So this is the Old Town Folsom district. It's like a little downtown area. And we are navigating to the Folsom History Museum, which should be on our right side coming up. So let's see where it finds a parking spot. So these are all parallel parking here. I see a spot over there that it could park, or right over there it could have parked, but I think it's gonna try to park on this, and we'll see. Hopefully it's not up. It's gonna try to park in there. So let's see. It looks like it's probably gonna be able to do it. I'm just curious. Oh, it just parked us in front of the museum. Okay, so that's terrible. Try it one more time, see what happens here. I guess parking lot, but there's no where I'm gonna try parking lot, see where it's gonna park. I told it to park on the street, not pull over, and what it did was it pulled over. So ideally we want it to park on the street. There's no parking lot. I mean, it could park at one of the, it could park right there. The museum's right over there. It could park right here in the very front. That's an available spot, and the museum's just right around the corner. So I think it's just gonna pull over right in front again. It could park right here, but it decides to just pull over. There's somebody behind me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move along. So that's the thing. It doesn't want to parallel park and look for a parallel parking spot. So for me, that's a fail because I didn't ask it to park, to pull over. So basically it just pulls over and parks. Perhaps I was supposed to pick parking lot, but to me parking lot is like, you know, when you go to a store that has rows of parking lot, I wouldn't assume that that could also include parallel parking. But if it is, and anyone has that experience with it, please comment below if I should have chosen parking lot for it to parallel park. Anyways, I'll try it again on another video, but in the meantime, let's head over to the next destination. Hey Grok, Let's go to Barnes & Noble's.
Navigating to Barnes & Noble at Palladio Parkway in Folsom, about 4 miles away, 13 minutes. Let me know if you want the one in Citrus Heights instead.
Okay, this is a busy intersection.
Sounds like traffic at a
Okay,
busy
goodbye.
ET.
Okay, could technically go here. Good. Let's see where it's gonna. So it's gonna park, and it's gonna. It says parking lot. Is there any other options? Okay, we'll see where it takes us. I have it set to park, and it says it's gonna park in a parking lot. Okay. Oh, it's hesitant. It was gonna go, and then it hesitated. It could have gone. Let me put the camera up. Okay. Free and clear. Put the camera behind. So the first destination was the Folsom Museum, and that failed because it's supposed to find a parallel parking spot because it's supposed to park on the street, as stated. Instead, it did a pullover in front of the building, even though I did not select pullover. Just want to check my tire pressures are good. Sometimes in the Model S, I feel like it's a little bit bumpy, and I know it's on full self-driving, so it's always going to drive in comfort mode. But I guess it's my 21-inch wheels. Everyone says that if I got the 19-inch wheels, the ride would be a little bit more comfortable. But yeah, I feel every bump in this car. Of course, the roads here are just a tad bit rough. It's very bumpy. It's those roads that creates rattles in your car if you drive it daily. To my right here, there's a red Model Y that's going to pull in, and it doesn't even phase the Model S or FSD, which is good. You know, for me, I would be getting over to the right lane. I mean, we're just a quarter mile away, less than a quarter mile away. There's a car right here. I would be pursuing to get on the right lane. I guess it was debating whether it wanted to get in front of that Toyota in front of us. I don't know if that's a Toyota or Subaru. Okay. It should be coming out to Barnes & Noble's. So let's see where it decides to park. Oh, look, it's parking us at a handicap parking spot. So we're right here. This is Barnes & Noble's, and it parked us right here on a handicap spot. That's a fail because I didn't pick a handicapped parking spot. That's one of the things that I want Tesla to allow us to choose when it's able to read signs. So if it can read it's a handicapped spot, if you choose it, then it should park at a handicapped spot or not. So these are the preferences that people have been asking for. Or if you want to choose an end spot, or if you want to choose, whatever the preferences are, but people should have the choice. You guys can see that Sam's Club. I put a pin right here. This is per Mike's recommendation from my last video. And we are going to go ahead and navigate to that pin. Hopefully this time it will not park near the gas station. Put that there for you guys. It waited for those people. That's nice. We should be arriving at Sam's Club in about 2 minutes. It's just basically across the ways. Should be free and clear. It's gonna get all the way over. Okay, fingers crossed that it's gonna park where I dropped the pin. As long as it's not near the gas station. That's all I'm asking, because every time I navigate to Costco, when I say navigate to Costco, it's always parking me near the gas station. So far today, the Folsom Museum was a fail. The Barnes & Noble was a fail because it parked in a handicap spot. I don't know, some people may not consider that a fail because it did park in a spot, but the fact that we still don't have the option to select non-handicap spots or handicap spots is a problem. Okay, looks like it's going to do it this time. So I dropped the pin. Yep, it's in this parking lot that I dropped the pin. So thanks to Mike for his recommendation. He says I should. Wow. Okay, it's parking me in the end spot. That's nice. Okay, I'm good with that. This was good. It actually parked at an end spot, which is my preference. It helped putting the pin there, so I could technically save this. I think I can save this. So how do I save this? I think there's a way to save it, right? So that's. Is it this one? Nope. How do I... Does anybody know how I would save this trip right here so that pin drop? Let me know. Oh, here we go. Sam's Club, Iron Point. But there's no save option, right? So Tesla, can you put a save option on that? Hey Grok, navigate to the Costco store nearby.
Navigating to Costco Wholesale on Cabot Drive in Folsom. It's 0.4 miles away, about 4 minutes.
It's so strange that it didn't want to pull forward. There's no barrier there. It could have just went forward, but instead it's gonna... Let's see what it does. Okay, it's gonna...
Yeah, sometimes the car's cautious with obstacles or tight spots. Let me know if you need to adjust the route or anything else.
Okay, goodbye. That was nice. It handled that nicely the way it backed up. I would have just pulled forward, but now... Let's put the cameras up. Okay, you definitely need one more. Okay, there you go. So hopefully this time it will actually park at Costco. Last time it did not want to park. Hopefully they fixed that pothole that I encountered last time coming out of this place. Now this is a very busy Costco. Okay, right away it wants to turn over here, which is fine if that's what it wants to do. Just need it to park. Oh my gosh, that was a hesitated, jerky maneuver. Yeah, okay, don't tell me you're not gonna... Oh, he's gonna try to park at this, okay, he's gonna back into... Wow, okay, it found a spot. Technically, it's kind of like an end spot next to shopping carts, which... I don't know if I'd be okay with that, but it's parking this time, which is good. All right, great job. Once again, this could have been a parking preference when you arrive, that you wanted to pull in instead of backing in, since you have to bring groceries in a cart and it's hard to get back there when you have another car behind you. Okay, we're just waiting for this Tesla to finish backing out here. And here are a couple of workers admiring the Model S Plaid, giving me a thumbs up, which is nice. Hey Grok, let's go to the nearest Supercharger.
Navigating to the
Okay,
Supercharger
goodbye.
at Palladio Parkway in Folsom.
Okay,
Just
goodbye.
0.6.
Okay, I know the pothole that I encountered is right here, so I'm gonna take over because it's still not fixed. Okay. Now we can go. Oh. Okay. Let's see what it does in this Supercharger. It is in a garage, so I want to see how it navigates there. Should be there shortly. It's just right across the ways. Superchargers are right there. This one's typically a busy Supercharger, so this one is curious how it's going to handle it. There's a Model X here. Looks like he's headed to the Supercharger as well. Now, please don't hit any barriers here. Sometimes it cuts it pretty close. Good job. I've seen a lot of people hit that barrier a few times making that turn. So I think it's gonna probably choose one of these chargers here. I don't know which one it's gonna choose, but okay, this one is pretty busy. Okay. Did a good job. All the Superchargers are pretty much full. There's chargers over there, but I think those are the slow chargers. It did a good job. I'm gonna go ahead and say that that was technically a pass. Hey Grok, let's go home. Let's go home. Okay. A little bit of hesitant there. Did you see that? But it did the right thing because we need to be on this lane. I feel like the roof, the glass roof in my Model S is different from the Model Y Performance that I test drove yesterday, which I was trying to make a full self-driving video, but my camera kept overheating because it was radiating a lot of heat from the glass. With my Model S roof, I don't feel that much heat. It's very minimal, and I don't even have it tinted. And my Action 5 Pro camera is not having any heating issues like it did with the Model Y Performance yesterday that I was trying to test. My camera kept shutting off. And it's the same temperature. It's about 91, yesterday 91, 95 degrees. And like I said, when I feel for my glass roof, you barely feel any heat, but when the Model Y, you can feel a lot. Anyways, we're getting on the highway here. We are on hurry. So let's see how it handles this on the way home. This is the final drive. Let's see if it actually parks in my garage. So on my version 14.3.5 video, there were a couple of people that have recommended that I change my HomeLink settings to open the garage door. Whoa, I don't know what that was, but I had to take over. See, I'm not the type of person that will ram my car into whatever object that I see on the road. I will take over immediately. We are on supervised, people. Don't try to rely on the car to dodge objects. If you can dodge it earlier to avoid it, that is my recommended choice. So anyways, you saw that. It's just, that's the right thing to do. I'm not going to wait for the full self-driving to figure out how it's going to avoid that object. Anyways, what I was saying is, on the last video of version 14.3.5, my car would not pull into the garage. So a few people have mentioned that the garage door has to be fully open before the car will attempt to go inside. So I set the HomeLink, I believe someone said 70 or 75 feet before you arrive to open the garage door. So the only choice I had was either 70 or 80. I just went with 70 for now and see how that goes. And let's see if it can actually pull in this time. And I do have it set to, yep, it says driveway. I usually don't have any issues with full self-driving on the highway. I mean, we're in the commuter lane, and it's not during the hours where you have to have two people, so we're still before those hours. So it can stay in the commuter lane, and it's going, faster than the other cars, which is good. I just don't like it if it was going slower than the other cars and it's camping in the far left lane. Then for me that's an issue. Plus there's nobody behind me, so I think it's doing a good job staying where it is and the pace that it's going at 76 miles per hour. We should be exiting soon after this next exit here, so let's see how it swings all the way over to the far right. So far it's doing well on the highway, no issues. Okay, why don't you move all the way over? So I don't know what's up with this, but I would have moved all the way over like it normally does. So usually it would move all the way over. Okay, come on, move over. There you go. Yep, this one's gonna rotate. Okay, he made a U-turn. Car was very cautious, which is nice. It didn't just decide to make that turn, which is the right thing to do since they had the right of way with the green light. Here we go. Let's see if it's going to park in my garage today. I just want to make sure the suspension goes up. Usually it'll tell you when the suspension's raising the suspension up here. Yep, there it is. It's raising the suspension. And let's see how it's gonna do it. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Good job. Okay, I'm gonna try to inch it forward. Someone told me to just try to inch it forward, and it's not. I tried to inch it forward. It doesn't want to go. Oh. And it's too close over here, so that's the thing. So it still doesn't want to park in my garage. Well, I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you guys like it, please like and subscribe. Feel free to leave any comments. I appreciate you.